do that also, and they did that while we were there. After this cruise, scenic cruise, they lined them all up in the venue, which was the Madonna Inn hotel, and it's in San Luis Obispo. If anybody knows that area of California, it's north of Santa Barbara. But everybody brought their Teslas and they lined them up in different patterns, and then they did a synchronized light show with the Tesla headlights and the door lights and the interior lights, and it was really really cool. And I saw a couple of drones flying around, but little did I know Billy Carr was filming this for the event, and he really made a great video for them of the Tesla light show, and I'll put up the link a little later in the chat so you could watch it if you want. But it was really really cool. And then the second day, I ran into Billy as we were walking uh, among the different vendors, and sure enough, he was flying the second day of the event, and he had just started landing his drone, and I was filming him landing, and you know, he saw me sneaking up on him, and we said hello to each other. He was actually talking to another gentleman who has a Tesla channel. You all know that Billy has a Tesla channel, which is cool, and he's a big Tesla guy, big Tesla fan, and it was just good to see Billy. And he gave us a commitment. He's coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup next year, and I was glad to hear that. So, but anyway, I was busy out there flying. I did a driverless car ride. I don't know if you saw that on Facebook. I put a little post up where we were going around in a driverless car, which was like scary for about the first 30 seconds until you get used to it. But it was really, really cool to do that. Waymo was a 2024 Jaguar. But anyway, let me say hello to the people in the chat. And Chris, how Drone Will Fly, he was number one. Good to see you, Chris. And Bud Bieber was right behind him, but he was busy eating ice cream, making me very, very jealous. I'm going to have some ice cream right after the show. But good to see Bud. Thank you. And Hike and Flies in the chat. How you doing, Andrew? Good to see you. And Warren Akirasho is watching. How you doing? Good to see you. And I know I saw Jeremy, Elevated Vision, Elevated Visions now. That's his new channel name. And good to see Jeremy. And while I'm talking about Jeremy, I don't know if you guys heard, but Jeremy made a theme song for my show. And I'm just going to play a little of that now so you get a feel for it. But I really am very appreciative to Jeremy for doing this because it really meant a lot to me. But it's a cool little theme song. So hopefully you can hear it. And
Thursday nights, the clock strikes 7. Tune in for
very, very cool.
Heaven. It's adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. Grab your seat, get nice and comfy. With Captain Ray Kelly as your guide. Every Thursday night, come along for the ride. Monthly giveaways, tips of the week.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Really. I was really touched. And I don't know where you get these words from, but they're really, really appropriate. I feel so honored to have this song made. Really. Thank you again, Jeremy. But anyway, if you want to listen to more of that, I'm going to have to figure out how to put it on my channel and share it. But really, it meant so much to me, Jeremy. Thank you. And he also, I might add, he also made one for the South Florida Drone Meetup. He made one for the Fly for Fun show. He was really hard at work. So thank you again, Jeremy. Really. But anyway, we got Rob Kamada watching tonight. How you doing, Rob? Good to see you. Always good to see you. Hope to fly with you soon. And Rob, well, I'm talking about Rob. he had the privilege of working with Sky Elements here, right here in Shoreham. They put on a drone show less than a mile from my home, and he put in to work it, and they hired him, and he actually worked the drone show, and it was cool. I got to say, they did an awesome job at the Tesla Expo, and it was at the Tesla Science Center at Wardenclyffe, right here in Shoreham. It was a cool drone show with 200 drones, and it was great. My first drone show I got to see. And did I say hello to Ron Johnson yet? How you doing, Ron? Good to see you. And John Olson, how you doing, John? He's right here, 20 minutes from me. Lives 20 minutes from me. But it's amazing because he only lives 20 minutes, but I've only flown with him maybe 5 or 6 times. Well, maybe a little more than that now. But hope to fly with you too, John, pretty soon. But anyway, Stephen Drones is watching. How you doing? Good to see you. And I try to acknowledge the people. It means a lot that you watch the show because you just never know. And as you know, I got a great show lined up tonight. I got Brett Hebert. He's a Part 107 drone pilot down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's going to be joining us very shortly. He's in the back room enjoying the shrimp and lobster right now. Um, and then Brad Alston, hopefully he'll be joining us towards the end of the show. He got tied up on an appointment, but always good to have Brad on. As you guys know, he sponsors the South Florida Drone Meetup, and he makes our little coasters that we give to people as they check in, along with the lanyards. And I left mine in Florida, and the ID cards. So thank you to Brad for that. But he'll be telling us all about it when he comes in. Hopefully he's going to do it again. But anyway, we got David, AZ Drone Dude, and Bob Casey, Big Bob. Bob's watching tonight, and I got to say thank you to Bob because he sponsors our South Florida Drone Meetup also. He donates a beautiful custom-made wooden American flag, and it's one of the top prizes, and we really appreciate it, Bob. So thank you. And did I say hello to Bob Dempsey? Bob Dempsey, Old Farts with Drones is in the chat. How you doing, Bob? Good to see you. And Philip Koshat, he's in the chat. Good to see you, Phil. And I'm going up the list. And did I say hello to Gary Brant Ariels? He's watching all the way up in Canada. How you doing? Oh, okay. And he's telling us I got to add him to the list now. He says his wife is telling him he's going to the South Florida Drone Meetup again. So that's cool. Very good. Is Vicky coming with you? Let me know because I'll give her a number too. But anyway, you're going to be number 102, Gary. 102. Yeah, we have a couple of people have their special numbers, but we're up to 105 people that say they're coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup next year. And I might as well talk about it a little bit now, and then I'm going to bring in Brett. But anyway, if you don't know about it, the 5th annual South Florida Drone Meetup is going to be held again in Jensen Beach, Florida, at the Jensen Beach Causeway Park. It's going to be on April 4th, which is our meet and greet. The main day of flying is April 5th, Saturday. And then we have a second day of flying on April 6th. And then we finish it up with a fishing trip on Monday morning. But it's always a good time. The meet and greet, I got to say, the meet and greet is amazing because Bill Ronayne, he's basically responsible for that sponsorship. He gets Sticks Billiard Club reserved for us, and we have use of four pool tables. And we have a good time at this meet and greet that we have there. And he gives away two $50 gift certificates that you can use there. And the people get to know each other. And it's always good. It's like one big happy family when we get together for the South Florida Drone Meetup. And we welcome newcomers as well as the old timers. So if you're not on the list, let me or somebody else on the Drone Meetup committee know you're coming, and I'll add you to the list. But anyway, and I see Captain Joe is watching. But I'm going to get back to the names in a few minutes. But I got to mention this drone celebrity first. Chris Hope is watching. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you. He's watching down in Texas. He's part of the Sunrise uh, Sunday morning crew, and I started watching those guys probably 5 years ago now, and they welcomed me with open arms, and that meant so much to me. And he really does a great job doing his Sunrise live stream. So, how you doing, Chris? Hope all is well. But anyway, I want everybody to please give a warm welcome to Brett Herbert. He's coming to us all the way from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
How you doing?
Good, good. Welcome, welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live, Brett.
First of all, I'd like to correct you that the name is actually Hebert. I can understand why you say Hebert because that is, in all fairness, how it is spelled. But
Well, I apologize for that.
that's okay. I mean, it's not the first time. Probably won't be the last either.
So you've been born and raised down there in Louisiana, or?
Yes, sir. I was born in New Orleans,
Oh, okay.
but I've kind of moved. I moved to home after I got married. I got a job in Gonzales, which is just outside of the outskirts of Baton Rouge. But that's where I've been ever since. I do love to travel for my drone hobby. Love to fly on beaches, although it can be dangerous if you don't take the precautions. But
Right.
yeah.
So anyway, how long have you been flying drones, and how did you get involved? Tell us that story.
Well, what really started it was Christmas morning. One day, my parents, the kids, they were like teenagers at that time. They're all grown up now, but for some reason, they all got like these little $20 toy drones, and
Yeah.
I was really fascinated seeing them play with them so much to where I ended up going to Walmart and I bought me one. It wasn't a real drone. It was like, or at least it's what I would consider a toy today. Back then, it was like, wow, this is a drone. And over time, I kind of transitioned to more sophisticated ones. I actually have my whole fleet with me right here. This is actually my first, what I would call real drone. It's, I would say about 7 years old.
And what drone is
Five.
that? Which one?
This is actually a Potensic D88. They don't make these anymore.
Okay.
That's how old this is, and when I fly it, I got to use this. I don't know if you've seen the. I'm
I have
sure
no
you
idea.
have.
I've
This
never seen that. What is it?
it's a remote ID module.
Oh yeah, yeah. Right, right. Yep.
Yeah, because this does not have standard remote ID. I like to put it on the back because although most people like to put them on top, but the reason why I like to do that is because I have this idea that you'll have less drag when flying if it's in the back instead of on the top. And
Exactly.
and honestly, the only thing I really use this one for today is doing videos where I talk about remote ID, and that's about it. And I've even had people tell me, well, you really don't have to have it registered if that's all you're gonna do it for. Although this one is FAA registered, and of course I got these two. This is my Mavic 3 Classic and my Air 2S.
Yeah.
This is actually my first DJI drone, first really
Air,
good one.
Air 2S is a great drone. It really
It
is.
is.
I have one of those down in Florida. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. In my opinion, this is probably the best drone DJI ever made. It's like when they came out with the Air 3, I actually, for a short time, I had this one for sale, but I found out that there's so much stuff on here that is designed for mapping and stuff, and a few things that were not on the Air 3. And then I said, I think I'll keep this one. Kind of regretted
Right.
that. I'm lucky I didn't get any serious inquiries and offers because it didn't take long before I said, I want to keep this one. And I actually named this one the Refund because I actually bought it on an income tax refund check, or at least
Oh,
that
I
was
got
the
you.
down payment.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's
Yeah, but
appropriate.
I give all my drones names, but this one is the Refund.
Hey, Ronnie, how you doing? And Joe, Jay Bird, how you doing? Good to see you. But anyway, yeah, and then you got the Mavic 3 Classic, huh?
Uh, no, yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. That is correct. This is a Mavic 3 Classic, and I named this one the Legendary Venture, but I'm not gonna take up too much time talking about that. But this is actually the one that I have plans on flying at the South Florida drone meeting.
Okay. Yep.
But I do plan on bringing both of them for sure, because what I usually do with these two is that when I schedule one to fly, I always have the other as a backup in case one doesn't pass the inspection or something goes wrong. I got one for backup. So for
Right.
that reason, I'm planning on bringing both of them.
Well, I got to
But
say, I'm so glad that you're going to join us at the South Florida Drone Meetup. You're really going to enjoy yourself, especially meeting all the other drone pilots, really.
oh, all right, that's why I'm going. That's the thing that I'm really looking forward to.
Hey, we got Joe Fodolito in and Sean, Mr. Crowley and his drone. How you doing? Good to see you guys. But yeah, you're going to be amazed at all these drone celebrities, I call them, really, you
Yeah.
know. There's a lot of great pilots that come to the South Florida Drone Meetup, and it would take me forever just to start mentioning them all. But those drone celebrities, you know who you are,
Yeah.
and I'm not talking about me, So, but anyway, yeah, and it's just fun because you see the other drones that the pilots have. If you have any questions, they're more than happy to help you and share their knowledge. And that's what these meetups are all about, really.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm going. I've
Have
been
you
looking forward to it for a long time.
now out there down there in Louisiana, do you usually fly by yourself or do you fly with other people,
Um,
pilots?
well, honestly, I do both. I would say, or at least the one that I usually fly with, if anybody, is my brother. He's
Okay, he's a
got
pilot, drone pilot.
he's a pilot, but he's not a Part 107.
Right.
But he's kind of, I guess you can say, followed in my footsteps with the hobby. He's gotten into it. I don't think he's as serious as I am, but we love to fly together.
Good.
And other than that, I tend to fly by myself, but I do have a couple favorite hot spots. And
Oh, you call them hot spots. See, I call mine secret spots.
yeah, well, hot spots was a term that I just now came up with,
Okay.
but
I
anyway,
like it.
the some places that I like to go to fly my drones, and honestly, usually if there's people around, there's always the ones that are curious when they see you, they want to talk to you. I'm sure you've had those
Yeah. Oh,
before.
yeah. Yeah. We got a question for you though.
Yeah.
Jeremy, Elevated Visions, wants to know why the red tape on your drones.
Good question, Ray. All my drones, I like for them to be red in the front. These are folded up, but when you unfold them like this, it's in the front. You can see I even got red propellers. I like for them to be red in the front
I like
because when
that.
they're in the air, it helps me to figure out if they're facing me or facing away.
I like that. That's a good little tip. I like that. We'll talk about a little tip of the week, but that's a good one right there. But Joe Jaybird wants to know where you're from, Brett.
Well, originally from New Orleans. I live in Baton Rouge. That's my hometown.
All
Um,
right, there you go, Baton Rouge.
uh,
But anyway, Brian has wanted you to stay away from Captain Joe and Johnny. Are you familiar with them? They're in Hammond and Mandeville, I believe.
hmm. Yeah, I know where Hammond is, and I know where Mandeville is. My parents aren't very far from Mandeville, actually.
Yeah, I think they were flying today actually together. I think Captain Joe's in the chat. Let us know if you flew with Johnny today, Captain Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out these people, meet them, see if I can find somebody to fly with
They,
other than my brother.
they are two drone celebrities for sure. Yep. Captain Joe puts out a video just about every day, sometimes 2 or 3 videos a day. He does a lot of
Yeah.
flying. He does. And Johnny Drone Flyer, that is. He him and I do the Fly for Fun show on every other Wednesday, but he is another great guy. So if you get a chance, definitely get in touch with him and fly with him.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know if you saw Bud Beeble was eating ice cream while he was in the back room while we were in the back room waiting to come on, and he was getting
Yeah.
everybody all upset. So I want
Yeah.
to know if he finished his ice cream. But
And,
anyway, do you have a favorite drone? Which is your favorite drone? The Air 2S?
oh, that is a hands down, and it's my Air 2S. There's nothing that can top the refund.
All right. Yep. Yep. Okay.
I mean, I
And
love all
Rob
my
Kamada,
drones though, but that's my main one, second to the legendary Venture.
Rob Kamada thinks that was an excellent orientation tip. I
Well,
fly a
thank you.
lot with Rob here on Long Island, so I'm trying to keep up with the comments. And if anybody has any questions, put them in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye out for them. But it seems like everybody's very concerned about Bud's ice cream. So, but
Yeah,
but Bud thinks the Air 2S
Christine.
rocks too. So,
Yeah, that is a drone which I think is gonna become really popular. I mean, it's like I mean they got the Air 3, and I've heard rumors about they might have a Air 3S or Air 3 Pro. Who cares what they call it? But it's
right, I know. Coming.
like
It'll be out here. It's coming. The rumor
oh
was
yeah.
September, but I don't know. I don't know. It sort of got quiet again. But now DJI has another little drone. I think it's called the Neo or something that they
Really?
have released. Yeah, little tiny little thing. You know.
I'm gonna have to check that out. This is my first time hearing about that.
Did you fly FPV at all?
No, sir. Not at all. And I never really had any interest too. My brother might, but that's just not me. I don't like to fly my drones too far. not into those deep flights, at least not without a visual observer. I like to know where my drone is without having to look through some goggles and equipment or figure that out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I kind of
Captain Joe
never
did
did.
not fly with Johnny today. He flew by himself. Johnny couldn't make it.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah. But Gary also thinks the Air to us is a great drone. So hey,
Yes.
Brett, we got another Brett. How you doing, Lambo? Good to see you. So, but anyway,
Yeah, I don't think the name Brett is going to be as popular as the Air 2S.
yeah. So anyway, but anyway, now you're a Part 107 pilot. Do you do much work as a Part 107 down there in Louisiana?
No, I haven't really gotten any um uh, lucrative contracts where I've made money yet, but eventually, I'm thinking that I'll probably go into doing something like that. What my passion is basically photography. I mean, I love flying. I love taking pictures. I'm thinking that if I ever got seriously into it, I'm probably doing it for real estate and maybe a few wedding videos. But to do that, I think I would rather have get a smaller drone like a Mini 4 Pro.
Yeah,
Um,
I got the Mini 3 Pro, but I don't fly it. It's my backup drone. It's in my bag, but I fly my Mavic 3, as most everybody knows. This is my favorite drone right here, and
you chose a Mavic 3 over an Air 2S?
I love this one. I really do. I tell you. Um, but I mean, the Air 2S is a great drone, no doubt about it. A lot of people say the Air 2S is better for traveling, but I just went out to California with this one, and there was no problem at all. You fold up those legs, and it's really not that big, really, when it comes down to it. It's not
It's
that much. It's not
definitely
that much bigger than the Air 2S. So,
nah. It's
but I
not
had
like
fun.
considering what is it, the Inspire.
You're gonna laugh at this, but like I say, I have the Mini 3 Pro as a backup too in my bag. But once they came out with the Mini 4K, I says, 299. Let me order it. I needed this drone like I needed a hole in my head. But anyway, it's a fun little drone. It really is. It's cool. You
Yeah,
know.
kind of similar to this one.
And this may end up being a raffle prize at the South Florida drone meetup. It's like a tease. You want to put
Mhm.
it out there. So, but I don't
Yeah, I
know,
have a
Brett.
Mini 2 right here.
Okay. Well, that's what
Which,
it
which,
is.
by
It's
the way,
really a
this is the
Mini
state
2.
refund.
Oh,
I
okay.
got,
That's the
yeah,
state
this is the
refund.
refund. This is the state refund.
Oh, that's funny. It really is.
But
You like
yeah,
your
I mean
you like
this.
your Mini 2, right?
Oh yeah, but this one, I call it my practice drone. This is the one that I like to take anywhere I go. Always have it with me, and I got this one mainly because I wanted something smaller that I wouldn't have to deal with drawing a lot of attention and
Yep.
wouldn't have to worry about FAA registration and all that. And it's a good thing that I did on this one. My understanding is it does not have standard remote ID. DJI has put that in a lot of their small mini drones, even though it really isn't required unless you registered as a Part 107. But I didn't get this one for Part 107 purposes. I got the refund in the legendary venture for that.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Well, I tell you, I enjoy flying my drones. There was one. Now the batteries, as far as the batteries, I don't know about the. I think it's the same as the Mini Two. That's what I think. Um,
I think it is.
yeah, it's just that they rebranded it. Really.
Yeah,
And
I think it
I
is.
didn't buy the Mini Two. They're saying I'm the drone buyer, Warren Ray Kelly, the drone buyer, but I didn't buy the Mini Two. I did
Yeah,
pass on
mine's a
that
Mini
one.
2. The state refund is a Mini 2. It's not a 4K.
And then Joe had a comment earlier about the update. I haven't done the update yet, so I'll get around to doing it hopefully soon. But I haven't had the Addy issue again. So yeah, and it flew fine out in California. But again, I did take Rob Kamada's tip. Make sure when you change locations, any distance, when there's distance involved, do another uh, compass calibration and an IMU calibration. And I did that. So it flew great
Mhm.
out in California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been there.
So, and I'm trying to read Captain Joe's comment here. I have both and three. The Air 2S can, yep, take a good picture. You're right, Captain Joe. No doubt about it. I love my Air 2S. So, but, um, so if you had a dream location anywheres in the world where you could fly, where would that be for you, Brett?
Anywhere in the world, I think I would love to fly somewhere in the Philippines. They got some
Okay.
really, really beautiful beaches, which I think would really be great for photography.
Yep. I think I would like to fly in the Philippines myself. But my number one spot is Ireland. I want to get over there again with my drone. I've been there twice, but I didn't have a drone. And
Oh, well, too bad.
I plan on getting over there and bringing my drone and flying with Alan, Drone Views Media, and maybe Thomas O'Sullivan. So, but anyway, and keep in mind, as a Part 107, all drones must be registered. That you fly must be registered. Yes, you're absolutely right.
That is not entirely true. That's if you want to use it for your Part 107 privileges, or if it's over 250 grams. I'm sorry, if it's over 249, 250, you do. But for this one right here, it's like it's under 250 grams, and flying it just as a hobby. I don't believe I have to register it for that. Here's the kicker, though. If somebody sees me flying this in my backyard, they know I'm a 107. They ask me, "Okay, can you come do a roof inspection?" I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to say, "Okay, I'm going to land that one. I'm going to go get one of these guys."
Yeah, yeah. Well, again, everybody. Rob says he removed. Okay, but anyway, yeah, I would love to fly Niagara Falls too, but you're not allowed to fly there. You're right. You're right, Ronnie. You
Yeah,
know,
they got a lot of no-fly spots.
but all right, we got another question. Let's see, Paul Brown. How has having your Part 107 impacted your ability to fly for recreation?
Hmm. Well, honestly, the biggest thing is that it's educated me, made me feel more comfortable of knowing what is okay, what the laws are, what to follow, but I haven't really gotten into making money on it, which is usually the main reason why you get that. But there are other things other than making money that fall under Part 107. But for me, I haven't really done much with my Part 107 other than I'm still flying as a hobby right now. Occasionally, as opportunities that come up to hopefully make money. But like I said, I haven't really done that yet. But anyway, my main purpose of getting it, I think I still got a long road ahead. What my plans are. This is basically just the beginning, Ray.
Well, again, it's one of those things for me. I'm very happy being retired. You know, I thought about getting my Part 107, but I really don't want to go back to work. And I know not that people look down on you because you're not a Part 107, but I just like flying for fun. And I'm I'm into photography. I like making my YouTube videos. And I tried to bring up your YouTube channel, but I can't find it, Brett. It's under
I
your
don't have
name,
one.
correct? Didn't you
I
have
don't
a
have
couple of
one.
videos? Didn't you have one posted? No, you didn't have any posted?
I've posted some videos, but I've never actually opened up my own YouTube channel
Okay. All right. Would you post them on Facebook type of thing?
on Facebook. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
I've done that.
Hey, we got Joe Blaylock watching. How you doing? Good to see you, Joe. And like I said, if anybody has any questions, he don't have a YouTube channel, Brian. So you really can't subscribe to him, but he does. He's on Facebook, so friend him on Facebook. You know,
Okay.
and I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get my Part 107. I'm about halfway through the course, the Pilot Institute course, by the way.
That's exactly what I went through. I did that.
And we really appreciate Pilot Institute. Greg and Pilot Institute sponsor the South Florida Drone Meetup.
They
They
did.
donate our lanyards that we give to the first
Mhm.
150 people that show up that morning. And I got to say thank you to Greg. And he also surprises us with donations of free gift cards for the Pilot Institute course. So he gave us 5 of them last year, which was very, very nice of him. So thank you to Greg for that. Maybe, maybe I know, uh, I know a lot of people want them and they didn't even use them because he's been doing it for 2 years now. So,
So you think he's gonna be there this year?
well, he has a problem attending because he has a big air show that goes on in the Orlando area the week before, or sometimes it's the week after. So he can't be in both places, be gone away from his family that long. But
Mhm.
he gave his commitment. He'll sponsor our meetup again. So we really appreciate that. So and Jaybird, you going to get your part 107? Okay. And Rob made a comment too. Yep. And if it's over 0.55, yep,
Yeah,
yep,
that sounds about right. It's
right.
I
You're
hear a
flying for
lot
your
of
recreational
250
purposes.
grams.
Right, exactly. But
But
go ahead.
another good reason in my opinion to get a Part 107 is that there's a lot of things that you learn about, which can help you determine whether things that you can do, which will keep you out of trouble, mainly legal stuff. And I've noticed after I got my Part 107, I've had a lot of people say they act like there are things that you can do when you really can. Like a good example is they actually still got some people that think that you can shoot a drone down, and you can't.
No, no, you can't be shooting drones down. No,
Mhm.
nope,
But
that's for
but
sure.
we got some people that seem to think you can, and like I had said earlier, my motivation was, if nothing else, it will it will educate me. Before I got it, I was like, okay, I was like very antsy about, okay, anywhere I fly, I'm worried about whether I'll get in trouble, because I mean, they got some people that when they see a drone, they go stir crazy. Most of them get curious, but every now and then there's that one person that they'll see and they'll tell you you can't, or if it's near the property, they'll say, "Oh, you spying on me," and all that. And so it's like, I really wanted to be sure that if that as long as I continue this hobby, I knew the do's and do nots, and then if nothing else, Part 107 has helped me on that.
Right, exactly. I mean, that course, I mean, you do learn a lot taking the Part 107 course. I've learned
Yeah.
so much, really. And Rob is absolutely right. You need a trust certificate. Everybody
Yep.
needs a trust certificate. Yeah.
Yeah, even that is true. They did recently pass that thing where even a Part 107 is supposed to have it.
They're supposed to have it too. Exactly. And we got
Yeah.
another celebrity in the chat. TJ's in the chat. How you doing, TJ? Good to see you. And another celebrity, Al, South Florida Drone Flyers, is watching us now. How you doing, Al? So anyway, I don't
Yeah,
know
you got a lot of people watching your show, Kelly.
if
I mean, you think you don't think you're a celebrity yet?
no, no, far from it, far from it. But anyway, I'm hoping that Brad makes it in. He must be tied up in traffic or something. I know he had an appointment that he couldn't get out of, so he said he'd come in towards the end. But listen, I do have a little format, and the format that I have, I talk. You already gave a great tip, but this week's tip of the week is just inspect your drone before you fly. You
And
know,
that's a good
turned out
one.
when I went out to California, I was expecting my drone, and believe it or not, my you can't see it, but my little landing leg here ended up getting a crack in it somehow. I don't know how that happened, but it has a little crack in it. Not that it really affects the flying, but I did notice that, and it wasn't there. Um,
And did you end up flying?
yeah, I flew. I didn't change that little leg. It was almost on the same angle, you know. But and your tip was really, really great. So,
Yeah, I always inspect my drones before flying too. That is a good
well,
tip.
you should do a pre-flight checklist. I
I
have
do.
that in my drone bag back there. And it's funny because I have my original list. It was a handwritten list, you
Yeah.
know, and it's in my bag. I still have it. So, yep. Aki Rasho saying duct tape it and super glue.
Yeah, I did something like that too. But yeah, I have my pre-flight checklist, and trust me, the pre-flight checklist is not exactly the same on every drone. Like this one right here, one of the things I gotta check is make sure that this thing is working. But
Oh yeah, that remote ID now. Yep, definitely.
yes,
Hey, we got
yes,
Jody in the chat. Drone shots. Good to see you. And Miss DJ Lee, Mr. Lee, how you doing? Good to see you.
yeah.
But anyway, I have to do a giveaway too because we're into August now, so I got to give my monthly giveaway for July. I give away a $10 Amazon gift card every month. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna pick the July winner, and I won't even look to see who was in the hat, the names in the hat, but I'm just gonna pick out one, and it's Trucker Steve. Trucker Steve, congratulations. He's not watching tonight, but I'll get that $10 Amazon gift card out to him.
Yeah,
And
it'll probably be
now
happy
people are
to
starting to put in their numbers already for this month's contest. so, so we might as well go right into it. So if you want, put in your numbers 1 to 50. You're eligible too. You don't know what the lucky number is,
Mm.
but believe it or not, I see it already. I see it already, and I see
You
that
see the lucky
Warren
number?
has a system already. He just puts in one after another, and he ended up getting it. It was number 7. 7. So Warren, your name will go in the hat for this month's drawing.
Yeah, did I hear you say
Congratulations.
that you see the lucky number of next month already?
So, but anyway, Warren, very good. So, but I don't think Brad's going to make the show tonight. I'm disappointed because I wanted to see Brad. I haven't talked to him in a long time. You
Yeah.
familiar with Brad Alston from Virginia?
No, no, not at all. I was looking forward to meeting the guy.
He's supposed to. He was originally going to be on the show last week, but then I didn't do the show last week because I was out visiting with my son in California, and I tried to reschedule him. And we got another drone celebrity in the chat. Bill Grace is in the chat. How you doing, Bill? Good to see you. So, and I forgot to mention about the Vegas drone meetup. I don't know if you're familiar with that one, but that's going to be in November 8th to the 10th, out in Las Vegas, or Henderson, actually. The official hotel is in Henderson.
Yeah.
And Bob Dempsey and Tom Dowling have more information about that. If you plan on going, get in touch with them. And Paul, you're absolutely right. It's all rigged. It's all rigged. So, but I really appreciate you all watching. I don't know, Boca Raton, Florida. We'll shut that one off. That's probably a scam call anyway. So,
Don't feel bad. I get quite a few of those.
yeah, and I would love to get out to Vegas myself, but unfortunately it's my wedding anniversary week, and
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't know. My
How
wife
many
and I,
years? How many
yeah,
years, Ray?
believe it or not, it's going to be 52. Yeah,
Oh,
52 years.
congratulations.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
Yep.
So, but um, I know. I wanted to show a viewer video also, and the video I had up was one of Captain Joe. So let me show that part of it right now, because, like I say, he puts out a lot of videos and he shares them with me, and I appreciate that. But Captain Joe's a pilot in Louisiana. So, and now he's an FPV guy, so, but he does fly his camera drones also. But he is quite the FPV pilot now with his Avata 2. And he likes flying down by the water.
Yeah, that's a good place to fly if you know how to fly safely.
I've tried the Avata. Michael Wright let me fly his, and Rob
Yeah.
Kamada let me fly his. But I flew it like a camera drone, really. But look at Captain Joe, man. He's zipping around.
Yeah.
Very cool, Captain Joe.
Yeah, I
There's
wonder if
Blaylock,
those have obstacle
1972.
avoidance. Yeah, Ray, do those Nevadas have obstacle avoidance?
I'm
Like
not
the
I'm not sure about that. Captain Joe, you could mention that in the chat. I don't know. Or somebody else with a Nevada too? Yeah, no, they don't have it. No obstacle
yeah.
avoidance. Jeremy said it.
I'd be afraid to fly something like that without. But then again, I mean, it occurred to me that on sport mode they don't work. So I can see
Captain Joe,
why
you
they
said
wouldn't.
you got to watch out for those hidden posts. Yeah, they come out of nowhere sometimes, Captain Joe.
Mhm.
But anyway, it's a cool video. If you want to watch more of it, go to Captain Joe's channel. And again, if you're not subscribed to Captain Joe, do it. Do it now. So, um, but anyway, the time flew by. You were a great guest, Brett. Really, I
Lou,
appreciate you coming on the show. Very
my
knowledgeable,
pleasure.
needless to say. You have a nice fleet of drones, and I look forward to meeting you at the South Florida Drone Meetup.
I look forward to it too. I'm already getting fired up about that.
And don't kid yourself; it'll be here before you know it. You know.
I know. I've already looked into the hotel. You name it. About the only thing I haven't really done was cleared with the airline about carrying the drones on the plane, which
Well,
it's
what we recommend is you got to put it in your lithium batteries are. You got to put them in your carry on, and they should be
yeah,
at 50% or less charge. But I've never had
yeah,
them check my drones, to be honest with you. And I've traveled quite a few times on the airlines, different airlines, and they uh, they haven't checked them. So, which
yeah.
is a good
Which
thing.
ones have you taken with you?
I've taken originally I took my Phantom 4 way back in the day, when I had that, and that was a big one, in that big box. It came in that box, that carrying case.
Hmm.
And then I used to take my Mini. A Mini is nothing, that don't take up much room at all. But then I took my Air 2 when I had that, and my Air 2S, and my Mavic 3, and uh,
Yeah, that's what I
nope,
wanted
nope.
to know is if you've ever taken your Mavic 3.
Yes, yes. And but again, they got to be in your carry-on, your lithium
Yeah,
batteries. Yep.
yeah.
Definitely.
The research that I've done, they say that the only way you can have a drone as a check-in is without the battery. Supposedly, if it's just the drone, no battery or anything like that, you can. But the batteries are what is the main thing.
Exactly.
But in my case, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I got to bring both of these at least. I really on trips like to bring this one too. Basically, all my DJIs, but I already told you why I got to have my two main ones,
Well, believe it
and
or not, Michael Wright, he's not in the chat right now. Texas Arch Drone Guy. He comes to the South Florida Drone Meetup, and he brings like 5 drones. But
really,
again, he checks them. He has a big suitcase. It's not a carry-on. He checks the drones with no batteries in them.
yeah.
And he comes down with 5 drones. So I'm sure he'll
Without
be
the
bringing.
batteries.
Well, he brings his batteries in the carry-on. Yeah,
Yeah, that I think is probably the way to go.
yeah.
I've
So
even thought about having all the drones that I bring, probably 3 of them in a checking case, and having one case with just the batteries as the carry on. But
and before we sign off, I just want to tell everybody about the South Florida Drone Meetup, and that's because I made up a new little promo for it.
South
So
Florida Drone Meetup. Make plans now to join us. It's always a great time. The top drone pilots from all over the world will be there.
wouldn't that be something if Brad showed up right
It's
at
like
about
one
this
big
time?
happy family reunion.
I know, I
The
know.
Hampton Inn and Suites is a great hotel.
And everybody was at
Pilots from as
the
far
hotel,
away as
swears
Spain
by the
and the
Hampton
UK were
Inn
there this year,
Suite.
as well as all over the
We had
US.
people, yeah, Steve
There's a
Gardner and Terry
hotel.
Hawes.
The meet and greet at Sticks is awesome.
Is the Hampton Hotel along the beach, or is
No,
it a
no, it's
drive?
not. It's about 8 minutes away from the beach. 10 minutes, you get stuck at a
The
lake.
clown also joined us.
Mm.
That's Jim Beauchamp, by
We
the way. That
encourage
clown.
adults to bring children. Meet the drone superstars. And I'm not talking about me.
Yeah,
Or me.
Jaybird stays at the Marriott, so
It's all about having a great time and flying drones.
Yeah, that's just what I always wanted to do.
but you're gonna have a good time. Mark my words.
There'll be live entertainment. And it's free. Put your name on the list now. There'll be loads of raffle prizes too.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's great meeting the other pilots. And we finish it up with a great fishing trip on board the Lady Stewart. And a nice lunch afterwards.
Well, there you go. That's my little promo for the fifth annual South Florida Drone Meetup. But Brent, like I said, I'm glad you're joining us, and thank you for being on the show tonight. But now it's time for you to say your goodbyes. So, anything you'd like to say or promote?
I'd like to thank you for inviting me on your show. This is only my first appearance, but it's been a lot of fun. I got to meet you for the first time while I talked on the phone, and I got to introduce some of my fleet. I have a few of them that I didn't show you yet. I actually showed mainly the main ones, but
No, no. You were a great
but
guest. You really were. I got to say thank you for being on. Sorry Brad couldn't make it, but we'll get him scheduled for a future show. But thank you all in the chat for watching. And if you want, just stay in the back room for a minute while I sign off. And we'll see you again next week, same time, same channel.